Welcome to another edition of PCW Ultra Mutiny. My name is Mike Simmons and we have another huge blockbuster announcement about Wrestle Summit 2. It has been made official. Douglas James is cashing in his #1 contendership on November 30th against Jake Atlas for the UltraLight Championship. We'll have more on this story in the coming weeks, but in our main event this week, the champion takes on Dezmond Xavier from the inaugural Wrestle Summit. All roads lead to our biggest show of the year, Anniversary 2020. Tickets go on sale at PCWUltra.com this Monday. And to get you ready for our 4-year anniversary bash, let's take you back to our 1-year anniversary, Phantasm, in 2017, where the ever-polarizing King of Sleaze, Joey Ryan, battled the Olympian juggernaut, Jeff Cobb. Let's take it down to ringside with the voices of PCW Ultra, Dan Masters, Todd Keneley, and Christian Cole.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first. Making his way to the ring from Hollywood, California, weighing 210 pounds, the King of Sleaze, Joey Ryan.
Things are about to get sleazy here in PCW. How about it? Joey Ryan making his surprise PCW debut here tonight.
For Joey Ryan, a viral sensation around the world, a guy that if you just Google his name, you'll see stuff maybe you didn't want to see, and you'll see some of the most entertaining stuff. And for Joey, nearly 20 years in the business, still a young guy. But he decided a couple years ago that he was going to have fun with his career. And since then, it's almost impossible to book this guy. He's everywhere, from Japan to Germany, South America. But I talked to Joey today, and he said the most exciting thing that's happened to him, other than getting married to his wife last year, which you can look for, it's viral online, was coming here to PCW tonight and making his debut.
See the reaction. Joey Ryan certainly has some powerful appendages.
And his opponent, from Honolulu, Hawaii, weighing 265 pounds, Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb, the Olympian, once a flag bearer for Guam in the Olympics. As a wrestler, really riding a big wave is the Hawaiian here in PCW, coming off of a huge victory over Scorpio Sky, someone who had been on fire since the dawning of Pacific Coast Wrestling.
Yeah, of course, Jeff Cobb getting that big victory over Scorpio Sky. Sky had primarily competed in the light heavyweight division, but going up against a heavyweight like Jeff Cobb was a huge challenge, and it was a challenge for Cobb. Cobb ended up getting the victory. I like to compare Cobb to Jack Briscoe. I think he's one of those tough wrestlers. And he's one of those guys that you gotta see him in person to really see. I mean, the quads on this guy, I mean, he's got tree trunks for legs and the power, and the only Olympian in PCW. We're honored to have him here.
On the flip side, Joey Ryan has traveled the globe. He's seen just about everything, but do you think Jeff Cobb has been in the ring to see anything quite like Joey Ryan?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I know that Jeff Cobb is the type of guy to do his research. I mean, he certainly has seen the antics of Joey. Look at Joey Ryan holding up the lollipop, and he's already up to his shenanigans.
Joey Ryan will play the mind games. All right, time for a little souvenir. Oh my goodness.
And that's just weird, Todd. Like, that dude is weird. That guy's really weird. Get that out of your mouth, bro. Weirdo.
Boy, the fans truly are part of the action.
Look at Jeff Cobb. He's not impressed at all at the antics of this fan, and of course of Joey Ryan. it takes a lot to impress Jeff Cobb because Jeff Cobb is very impressive himself.
Cobb not phased. And I think the fan better go get tested tomorrow.
Yep. We're not talking about the SATs.
But this is going to be a great test for both men. Contrast of styles. Now Joey Ryan gonna oil himself up. And this could be pure strategy. Think about it, Christian Cole. What's Cobb love to do? He'd rather throw you than know you. Tried to get a hold of Joey Ryan's like trying to catch a greased pig at the county fair. I mean, good luck. This is expert strategy by Joey Ryan.
I just think it's quite honestly, it's disgusting. Look at this guy. Joey Ryan, I mean, he doesn't shave his chest. He doesn't do anything. He just comes out here, full hair, body. And now, oh my God, he's pouring the oil where the sun don't shine. Mama don't want to talk about that. And Jeff Cobb is not impressed. Look at him. Jeff Cobb is a beast. Jeff Cobb does two things really, really well. He eats poke and he murders people. And he's not impressed with Joey Ryan, as Joey now, just with all the antics and the psychology. It has worked for Joey in the past, though. Certainly has.
You know, I've followed Joey around the globe somewhat. TNA Wrestling at the time when I first debuted there, Joey Ryan was going right after the then X Division champion and current PCW heavyweight champion, Rob Van Dam. Oh, are we gonna get a test of strength here?
Is he really? Joey Ryan referencing his nether regions. And for Joey, he's already in the head of Jeff Cobb.
I don't know if I would challenge Jeff Cobb there. Might just prove himself to be a nutcracker.
And look at the look on the face of Jeff Cobb. I don't think he knows what to think. He's usually right to business, but he looks shook.
Right, exactly. You know, I mean, we're saying not phased. He's keeping his composure, but you mentioned it. He is notoriously a very fast starter. He wants to get a body lock. He wants to throw you around the ring, and he hasn't been able to do that. So right now, the pace favors Joey Ryan. It gives Joey Ryan, who early in his career was known as the technical wizard, time to figure a way out to get the advantage.
Yeah, Joey Ryan certainly with all the antics. Now going for the crotch again. And that's the issue with Joey. I mean, sometimes he's here to entertain, sometimes he's here to win matches. Earlier in his career, he was the technical wizard. Now, really known for...
he's the king of dong style, is what he is.
You said it, not me, man.
Now let's see if he can complete the throw, going for a right now. Well, that's gonna help Cobb spin out as he shot the half. Joey Ryan trying to escape here. And I don't think Joey Ryan wants to go amateur wrestling with Cobb and wisely gets to the ropes.
For Joey Ryan now breaking up that submission hold into the ropes. You got to say about Joey, he's a veteran of the ring. He's one of the smartest wrestlers that ever has come through PCW. And making his debut tonight, maybe the antics work for him tonight. Maybe he gets the victory. I mean, you can't really out-wrestle Jeff Cobb, can you?
No, you certainly can't, but you maybe can outthink him with that experience that Joey Ryan has. And I'm going to go back to my comment. Does Joey Ryan escape that amateur wrestling scramble if it isn't for the baby oil?
Well, that's a great point. I mean, veteran referee Mickey Moreno should probably be checking on that. I mean, look at Joel, goes for the kick. He baited him in for the collar and elbow tie-up, but instead just goes for the kick immediately. This is what I'm talking about. Joey's a smart guy.
Well, you get a side headlock by Joey Ryan, you can get a nasty rug burn as well if you're Jeff Cobb.
Wow, they're trying to go for the shoulder block there on Cobb. Not a smart move by JR. As Ryan now feeling the effects in that left shoulder.
Cobb now going for the double leg, and again, I think Joey Ryan slipped out of there. The baby oil strikes again, and now Joey Ryan strikes with the drop kick.
And a drop kick that actually dropped Jeff Cobb to his knees.
Well, it could have been a slip. There might be some residual oil on the canvas.
It could be. But as we now watch Joey Ryan with those famous right hands that he throws, those close fist right hands, always pushing the limits of the rules. Of course, PCW, like any other wrestling company, goes by a pancrase rules with striking, no close fist to the face, but our referees let things slide here. I mean, we want to see winners here at PCW. And Joey with the advantage over Jeff Cobb in the first quarter of this match.
Joey Ryan, yeah, who would have thought that he would have the time of possession lead here in this matchup and would be able to walk around with a front face lock controlling the Olympian. I would think better of this.
Nope. Yeah. Spoke too soon, Todd. You're an idiot.
Excuse me.
I'm already sick of the fans saying 10 every time. Really sick of that.
Cobb now letting all that blood flow to the head of Joey Ryan. Well, both of them. Big suspended vertical suplex there by Cobb.
And look at the face of Ryan as he reels in pain from that standing suplex from the Olympian, Jeff Cobb. Cobb really just totally against the chicanery of Joey Ryan, now trying to teach him a lesson in the second quarter of this match.
Oldest trick in the book, but one of the best there, Christian Cole.
No,
to the eyes.
What? No, that was not a rake to the eyes. That was just a standard pancrase push, like an E-Honda slap. E-Honda slap to the face.
I don't think that was a palm strike. I believe that was a thumb to the eyes. Some of that baby oil splash up here, get in your eyes. You watching the same monitor I am, Christian Cole? Give me a break. Joey Ryan into the cover now. Only a count of one. Tough to keep the big man down for any length of time. I mean, look at the massively muscled shoulders of Cobb.
Yeah, you love to talk about massive muscles all the time, don't you? And look at Joey now arguing with the ref. And for Joey Ryan, this is a rookie mistake by a veteran. I mean, you need to get on top of Cobb. I know Joey, as crazy as he seems, this is a guy who wants to get a victory in his debut here at PCW. And if he wants to do that, he needs to stay on Cobb. Snapmare suplex here. Great job setting him up there.
And now the neck vice. And again, Joey Ryan, though, is controlling the pace and controlling the body of Cobb. Gotta say, I'm surprised here, Christian.
Yeah, I am too. I think for Jeff Cobb, he spent the first 3-4 minutes of this match. Once he came out, he had his entrance. People showed him all that love. Next thing you know is the guy's pouring baby oil on himself. He's grabbing his junk, you know. He's hairy. For Jeff, I think Joey got in his head.
I don't know. Joey Ryan always wearing that Aloha print, Hawaiian print. I'm sure Cobb would love to give him a tour of the islands, if you know what I mean. Big clothesline there by the Hawaiian, crashing down like the waves on the north shore of Oahu. What a throw there by Cobb.
And Joey now feeling the effects of all of that chicanery, all of them shenanigans that Joey is putting forth in the first quarter of this match, now regretting it, but cutting off Cobb with a big knee to the gut.
Cobb trying to stay in control. Can he? Nice belly to back suplex. Follows up. Standing moonsault by the heavyweight. Incredible.
Twice.
And to the shooting star now. Did you know, Christian Cole, that the state fish of Hawaii is the humu humu nuku nuku apua'a? It is a trigger fish, and right now it's Jeff Cobb that's pulling the trigger on Joey Ryan.
And I don't know what you just said, but what I do know is Jeff Cobb is a massive guy to be able to do that type of backflip.
Now a fall away slam by Cobb. Incredible, yes. The moonsault, the shooting star press by a heavyweight, perhaps a super heavyweight. Incredible. And again, Cobb, Christian, finds himself in there with a fixture of the Southern California area who has a lot of experience, much like his past opponent, Scorpio Sky. Look out here, Hollywood suplex machine. Not for nothing.
And Joey using every bit of his strength to muster up that Hollywood suplex. And now both men in the middle of the ring trying to find their wits, trying to dig deep and find that last bit of strength.
Two competitors that the fans revere so much. A unique matchup that we never thought we'd see, brought to you again by PCW. Is the name of the game, is giving the fans unique matches. Now out of the Spinebuster. Boy, that was a close call there, Christian.
That really was close. The shock on Joey Ryan's face tells the story as he sits there in dismay at the idea that he hasn't put away the Olympian quite yet. And now the mind of Joey Ryan, what is he doing here? Anytime he starts going for his trunks, I get a little nervous. Oh my God, it's a backup blow pop.
Now you always have to have a spare.
And look at Joey, threatening with the blow pop, baiting his enemy in. Cobb goes towards him, but missing is Joey.
Oh, kaboom!
Oh my God, the power of Jeff Cobb.
That suspended German suplex he refers to as the kaboom now transitions to the gut wrench.
Oh, Joey with a nice reversal, but falling out of it. Oh, and a big kick. Going for that walk-off, pulling out of.
Oh no!
I'm sick. Oh God, I gotta throw up.
Oh, Joey almost had him right there. Goes upstairs. That sick super kick. Blow pop assisted.
And you gotta feel bad for that lollipop, everything it's been through. I mean, it started off in the trunks of Joey Ryan near the front of his trunks and ended up in that big Hawaiian's mouth. That is disgusting.
Talked about the Hawaiian eating pokey, all right.
Indeed, and now Joey Ryan stalking Jeff Cobb from the back, staring at him, waiting for Cobb to be in the right position. Oh God!
Oh, here we go! Oh, who wins here? This is an epic battle of strength.
And look at this.
Not today. Uh-oh.
Oh, now Joey winning the battle of strength.
Great attempt to counter, which he does. Aloha. Tour of the Islands. See you later.
Your winner of the match, the Olympian, Jeff Cobb.
And what did we just witness, Todd? Is Jeff Cobb the first man to ever break out of the dong-style maneuver? Jeff Cobb defeating Joey Ryan. Jeff Cobb defeating Joey Ryan's dong. Incredible.
You saw it, the tour of the islands, the 1, 2, 3, the ringing of the bell, ding dong, you might say. What a win by Jeff Cobb.
And how many guys has Joey Ryan taken out with that dong flip? Jeff Cobb just too powerful.
Well, no U-Pornplex here tonight, still buffering. Cobb gets it done.
A great showcase for the former Olympian, Jeff Cobb. Now, PCW Ultra is known for its heavyweight hoss fights and will bring you one for the ages on December 1st when the blood feud rages on. Hammerstone challenges Shaft for the Defy Championship at Wrestle Summit 2. But coming up next, let's take you back to Wrestle Summit 1, where superstar Jake Atlas defended the UltraLight title against Dezmond Xavier. Mutiny rolls on right after this.
In Japan, we have embraced many things from the West. We honor them. We celebrate them. And master them. In return, we offer something for you to enjoy. Sapporo, Japan's oldest beer brand, now brewed and enjoyed around the world. And our way of saying, arigato.
The biggest event in PCW Ultra history, Anniversary 2020, comes your way on January 10th, live in Wilmington, California. Just announced, the woman who attacked the Ultra Woman champion Sumi Sakai last month, Ruby Raids, makes her in-ring debut at A2K20. And this is a game changer. Killer Cross debuts in PCW Ultra at Anniversary 2020. Tickets go on sale this Monday exclusively at PCWUltra.com. We want to send a huge shout out to the band Odd Palace for The Unknown, which is the anthem of PCW Ultra Mutiny. It's available on Apple Music, Spotify, and streaming outlets everywhere. Superstar Jake Atlas has now officially surpassed Douglas James as the longest reigning ultralight champion in history, and by virtue of his victory at Into the Void, James is cashing in his #1 contendership at Wrestle Summit 2 when he faces Atlas for the ultralight title. Wrestle Summit 2 is a 2-night wrestling showcase featuring some of the very best talent from around the world. A huge match has been signed featuring international superstar El Fantasma and a man who has seen action in the PCW Ultra ring quite a bit in 2019, the former Defy champion, Artemis Spencer. And next week on Mutiny, we'll show you the title tilt between Artie and Zachary Wentz for the Defy title at the inaugural Wrestle Summit. From one rascal to another, it's time for this week's main event, as superstar Jake Atlas defends the Ultralight Championship against the Cardiac Kid, Dezmond Xavier.
Taking a look at the competitors in our next championship match. Second title of the night on the line as Jake Atlas puts the ultralight title on the line, his very first title defense. Not a easy start to his title reign as he takes on Impact Wrestling's Dezmond Xavier, and apparently my partner's future's so bright he has to wear shades.
No, it's just Jake Atlas is a superstar. The guy's
Come on, Wilmington,
future.
let us hear you. Come on, here we go.
What is Dan Masters doing? We're doing an on-cam, you idiot. But Jake Atlas is a brilliant wrestler, and his star is so bright. You know what I mean? It's like the LCD on my vape, which is made by Sigelli, available in stores around. And I got to tell you, Jake Atlas, he shines so bright. I need my sunglasses, Todd. I got to make sure I don't hurt my retinas. These beautiful green eyes need to be preserved.
Indeed. And it's already been a good night thus far for members of the Rascalz. We saw what happened. Trey Miguel is the #1 contender. Who is going to take home the Ultralight Championship? Let's head back to the squared circle.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next contest on Wrestle Summit is a one-fall bout with a 60-minute time limit, and it's for the Ultralight Championship.
Again, just an absolutely incredible atmosphere here in the Ultratorium for Wrestle Summit. Already been an incredible event. Our second championship on the line, and that will be the Ultralight Championship. And this man, representing Impact Wrestling, Dezmond Xavier, is one step away from a very unique Ultralight title match down the line if he goes on to face his partner in the Rascalz, Trey Miguel, who is the new #1 contender for the Ultralight Championship.
Will Dezmond Xavier walk away as PCW Ultralight Champion tonight in his debut at PCW Ultra? We've seen it before. Tessa Blanchard winning the Women's Championship in her debut. And frankly, Dezmond Xavier is one of my favorite wrestlers on the planet. And he's pretty good at Apex Legends. We smoke similar things too. We both like to medicate. You don't medicate, Todd? No wonder you always look sick.
I've got my vices. Well, keep those sunglasses on because we are about to see the entrance of the superstar, Jake Atlas.
Oh, God, it just got so bright in here. Someone please dim the lights. Jake Atlas needs a 20% tint on his body and on that shiny gold championship. The brightest star in PCW Ultra today, Jake Atlas.
Jake Atlas always shining bright with Ultra pride, making his first defense of the UltraLight Championship. He won the title at Anniversary 2K19 in a matchup that featured opponents the likes of Douglas James, Eli Everfly, Fidel Bravo, and the Oracle. But it was this man, the superstar, standing tall after that matchup as the UltraLight champion.
Some people took exception.
Ladies and
let's go to Dan
gentlemen,
Masters.
this contest is for the UltraLight Championship. Your official in charge of the action when the bell rings is senior official Rick Knox. Introducing first our challenger from Dayton, Ohio, weighing 190 pounds. He is the cardiac kid, Dezmond Xavier. And his opponent is our current reigning, defending UltraLight champion from El Monte, California, weighing 200 pounds, superstar Jake Atlas.
I was gonna say, Todd, this superstar comes from El Monte, California. A lot of people took exception with how I talked of El Monte, California. I absolutely hate that trash town. I confirmed with Jake Atlas earlier today. I said, what is it like to come from El Monte and turn into a star? He's like, I couldn't wait to get out of there. I'm so much better than everyone from there. And now I'm finally able to rise above that trash town of El Monte.
I think that Jake Atlas would say no such thing.
We talked about it this morning over coffee.
Stage is set. UltraLight Championship on the line in his very first title defense. Second matchup pitting Impact Wrestling versus PCW Ultra. PCW Ultra getting the Duke earlier in that mixed tag team match as Daga and Tessa Blanchard successful over Taya Valkyrie and Johnny Impact. But this one's got even higher stakes with championship gold up for grabs.
That's exactly right. Fans wanting the bell to ring. I believe it was sounded. And maybe some delay here as Rick Knox looking to make sure this match is official. The timekeeper is set. And Knox saying that this match is on. Let's go.
Senior official Rick Knox saying, let's do it. Bring it to the middle of the ring. Oh, wait a minute here. Out of nowhere came Dezmond Xavier. Hit him with the Hokele in the opening seconds. This is going to be one heck of a quick title matchup. No.
Dezmond Xavier so excited, hooking both legs, actually ripping that left shoulder of Atlas from the canvas. Knox right on top of it.
Dezmond Xavier getting the jump on the champion. Things going from bad to worse here for Jake Atlas. Dezmond Xavier, king of cardio. That cardio wasn't put on the line earlier. He tried to get the win in the opening seconds there, Christian.
Sure did. Was unable to do it, but that's how quick Dez is. Look at this. Walking handstand by the champion. Jake Atlas showing his fitness, showing his strength and agility.
Champion got a little too fancy there and paid for it. Boy, look at the agility of these two.
Little stalemate here, beginning of this match, and whoa, Dez is caught.
Fireman's carry roll through, almost a cartwheel there. Into the standing moonsault, courtesy of the champion. Jake Atlas going for the cover. We've really seen the maturation of the champion here in this company. Jake Atlas was a participant in the very first Young Guns tournament, and then fast forward, the anniversary 2K19, where he made history becoming the ultralight champion.
That Young Guns show a couple of years ago really put several wrestlers on the map. Jake Atlas, of course, being the premier wrestler to come from that group and that. And just imagine, I mean, you go from just trying to get a spot on the show, being from a trash town like El Monte, and you end up the champion. You end up the coolest guy in the building. Something, Todd, you would never really know anything about.
Felt my fair share of sports championships.
We're not talking about beer pong, Todd.
It's a sport.
Nice,
great
sweet
action there, yes, really was. Great counter there by the champion. Oh man, and just pie-facing Dez. And you just get a sense that this thing could really escalate in a hurry with the title on the line. A little game of can you top this in the early going after Dezmond Xavier tried to win this matchup in the opening stanza, tried to return that opening kickoff for a touchdown.
So far, both men seem to be hesitant in striking the other. Atlas is going to put a stop to that right away. It's as if they've over-scouted one another, thinking maybe too much about how to apply the striking game. And Dez taking some boos now.
Well, it's going to come down to who wants it more, who's going to dig down deeper. Oh man, going upstairs. Atlas was thinking chop. I think Xavier caught him in the eyes. Xavier again representing Impact Wrestling, trying to take home PCW Ultra Gold. Nice head scissors takedown, gets just enough of it. The champion has got that gymnastics background, Christian.
He sure does, and he's showing it here. Oh my God, that's one hell of a chop, and that's how you do it. Jake Atlas displaying exactly how good he can be at striking.
Ultralight champion giving Dezmond Xavier a little helicopter tour of the Ultratorium with that shot, turned him inside out. Now back to the drawing board for this representative of Impact Wrestling. We saw Trey Miguel earlier on, now Dezmond Xavier, two of the young talented stars of Impact Wrestling. Around they go, where they stopped, perhaps only Xavier knows. Nice drop kick there.
I'm telling you, I've watched Dezmond Xavier come up through the ranks in Impact Wrestling, and a lot of controversy about him getting a shot here at this light ultra-lightweight title, but I think he deserves it. I think his resume speaks for itself. Wrestling all over the world recently. I worked with him at Impact Wrestling in Las Vegas. He's on top of his game. And who better? Who better to have a shot at this championship than a guy like Dez Xavier?
Xavier, a standout of both the X Division and Tag Team divisions in Impact Wrestling. Hold gold outside of Impact Wrestling. He's a Wrestling Revolver Tag Team title holder along with his Rascalz member, Zachary Wentz, who we will see in action later on vying for the Defy World Championship, taking on champion Artemis Spencer. That's still coming your way here at Wrestle Summit.
Jake Atlas is not used to being dominated like this. And with a handful of hair, Dez is going to guide him over to the ropes. And Dez is going to use every inch of this ring to try to gain advantage over the champion, and he might need it.
Big crossface shot there. Caught him right across the jaw, did Xavier. And and willing to go that route now as we get deeper into this championship contest. Kind of a smug, cocky attitude here by Xavier, as if to prove his superiority and perhaps the superiority of Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, it seems that every man coming in tonight, and woman, if you talk about Taya, who has come in tonight to try to cement the legacy and the reputation of the company that they represent. And Dezmond Xavier knows that Impact Wrestling, one of the biggest companies in the world, quite frankly, they want him to come out here and represent for his company. Can he do it? Can he get a victory? And subsequently walk out with the ultralight title.
Blatant disrespect moments ago with the big slap. And now continuing, throwing these close fists. Nice tight punches there by Xavier, really teeing off on the ultralight champion, whose title reign may not survive his very first title defense.
Yeah, we just saw a straight right hand to a downed opponent as Dez with that loose front chancery, and he's still gonna dig those knees right into the solar plexus and on the sternum of Atlas. It'll take all the breath out of your lungs.
Not only that, but so much of Atlas's offense is predicated on that core, on that gymnastics background, and taking that right out of the game plan as well. But the champion fighting, digging down deep. Nice counter though, quick hands by Xavier, catches him with the cutter, looking to make history on the account of 2.
Yeah, but that was a deep cover and a deep 2 count from Rick Knox. Dez knows how close he was to becoming PCW Ultra Light Champion.
Series of pinpoint strikes by Xavier, follows up with the high impact. And this is not the quick start that we are accustomed to seeing by superstar Jake Atlas.
No, Jake Atlas, although some find him arrogant, some find him to be irreverent, he has a lot of supporters here in the crowd coming from El Monte, which is only about 20 miles from where we are here in Wilmington. It's a lot closer than Dayton, Ohio, represented by the challenger, Dezmond Xavier, missing there.
It was swing and a miss there, but Xavier able to counter back. When Jake Atlas won the title at Anniversary 2K19, he said, "I'm going to take you on a ride. I will show you the world." But Dezmond Xavier...
Isn't that the beginning lyrics to Aladdin song?
It is. But Dezmond Xavier right here on the doorstep and trying to knock the door down and win the title in the process. Big shot, big pump kick there by the champ.
Charging in, European uppercut, forearms, elbows. The champion's on fire, big axe kick right into that push, choke, using the ropes. Look at this guy.
Atlas has got ultra pride, and he's got a lot of pride in PCW Ultra as well, and displaying it here. This thing turning physical in a hurry with the ultralight title on the line. Big spinning hook kick there by Atlas.
Jake Atlas fighting back, fighting for his championship. Beautiful arm drag. Atlas going to control the wrist, and now gives a knee to the solar plexus. Beautiful by Atlas, my God.
Great power there by Atlas. Into the cover, near fall, close call there for Xavier, who just barely had the presence of mind to slip that shoulder out.
What a test for Jake Atlas as Dezmond Xavier comes into PCW Ultra, debuting, representing a different company. I mean, if you're Jake Atlas, that has to bother you in some way, that some man from another company, a promotion across the country, really in Canada, is going to come over here and take your title? Not on Jake Atlas's watch.
Again, bad blood starts to rise here and bubble up between champion and challenger. Bet somebody who's got a front row seat at the monitor in the back is stablemate of Xavier, Trey Miguel, who is the new #1 contender and will get a shot, whether it be against Atlas or Xavier, on June 14th at Mindcrawler.
Ooh, both men thinking of a headbutt there, colliding nasty in the center of the ring.
Knees went weak.
Yeah, you can see Dez's knees are incredibly weak, Todd. Great observation there.
It's caught there. Champion now going for the cover and the win. Looking to cap off a successful title defense. Not yet.
No, not yet indeed. This match coming down to razor-thin decisions by Rick Knox. Knox looking to see if he should start a double count, but both men showing life.
Champion Jake Atlas really had to fight back into this thing after the opening exchange because Xavier got the jump on him, almost put him away in the opening seconds, but what a match it has become for the UltraLight Championship. Inzaguri using the corner for a little added leverage, double stomp now by Xavier. Seesaw matchup back and forth. Great action, great athleticism, and it really has turned physical as well. Ooh, big knee there, and the knees go weak again for the challenger.
Yeah, massive knee strike from Jake Atlas as he now climbs to that top rope. Might go high risk here. Gonna need it to put away Dezmond Xavier.
Huge shot, echoes off the walls of the Ultratorium, gets just enough of that Hurricane Rana, caught him. Rolling through, oh, he caught him, what a perfectly timed kick. History to be made, new champion, no, so close. This is somebody that can go toe-to-toe in athleticism and gymnastics here with the champion, and not many people can say that. Incredibly timed, that back handspring into the kick.
Kind of reminds me of those mirror fights you'd have in Mortal Kombat. These guys mimicking one another so much in their preparation for this fight, and you can see the desire and passion to take that ultralight title with them. So many similarities between Jake Atlas and Dezmond Xavier. Who's gonna walk out the victor?
The faithful letting the challenger get an earful here after a series of shots to a grounded opponent. Xavier up top again. He knew that Atlas was coming in for the counter, and the challenger called the audible, but a counter back the other way now by the champ. Human game of chess being played here, Christian Cole.
Jake Atlas, though, when you think you're playing chess with Jake Atlas, you find out it's actually checkers, but it's a space alien version of checkers. It's a super difficult version. Jake Atlas is always 5 steps ahead of everybody else. If there's one thing he learned in El Monte, it was how to be cunning.
Did you ever play space checkers with Happy Man?
He may have.
He's the intergalactic champion. Xavier out on his feet on the top, and that's not gonna do him any favors. He comes crashing down and immediately looking to capitalize is the ultralight champion, LGB DDT.
Oh my God, he spiked him.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, and still ultralight champion, Jake Atlas.
Both champion and challenger dug way down deep in their collective playbooks in this one, but in the end, the superstar Jake Atlas hits the LGB DDT to cap off a successful first title defense of the Ultralight Championship. And man, oh man, Christian Cole, did he have to earn this one?
He sure did, but he comes in and now is 2 for 2 in his singles championship matches and remains the Ultralight champion. Soak it in, baby. Jake Atlas is a star.
But in the on-deck circle, swinging that bat and getting ready for his shot is another member of the Rascalz, because Trey Miguel will get his shot at the Ultralight Championship coming up in June.
Jake Atlas has proven to be one of the greatest champions in PCW history, but will his reign come to an end at Wrestle Summit 2 at the hands of Douglas James? Next week, Zachary Wentz challenges Artemis Spencer for the Defy Championship and so much more. Don't miss it. For our entire crew, this is Mike Simmons, and we'll catch you next week here on Mutiny.